Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night, and 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall be called the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrati, stir up the Athenian youth to merriment, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. The pale companion is not far apart. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love with the injury, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and reveling.
Happy Theseus, or renowned Duke?
Thank Theseus, what's the news with thee?
Full of vexation, come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats. Messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, either to this gentleman or to her death, according to the law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, fair Hermia? Be advised, fair maiden, for unto you, your father's word should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look with my eyes.
Rather with his eyes much with your judgment look.
I too entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my cause. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or forever endure society of man. Question your desires. Examine well your blood. Whether you yield not to your father's will, you can endure the larvae of a nun, to undergo such a maiden pilgrimage, withering on the virgin's own, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere will I yield my virgin patent unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the silly day betwixt my love and you, for everlasting bond of fellowship. You can either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or wed Demetrius as you would, or on Diana's altar, protest for high austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine. And on my right to her, I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my love, as well directed, as well possessed. My love is more than his. In my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with advantage, as Demetrius, which is more than all these folks can do. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll vouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helen. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I did hear so, but my mind being wholly filled with self-affairs, I did lose it. Good Demetrius and good Theseus, I have private schooling for you both. And fair Hermia, look you on yourself to fit your father's fancy. Come, Hippolyta, with cheer, my love. Demetrius and Theseus, I have some private affairs for you both. Come along, come along.
With duty and desire we follow.
Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, I could well redeem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did once. But either it was different in blood,
No cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
or else it was grafted with respect of years,
Spite too old to be aged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eyes?
Or there were a certain choice. War, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it as momentaneous as sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, but brief as the lightning in the calling night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold! The jaws of darkness do devour. So quick, bright things come into confusion.
If, then, true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Let us then teach our trial patience, as it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancies follow us.
Good persuasion. Therefore, hear me. I have a widow, a dowager, a great mother, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house, remote 7 weeks, and she respects me as her own son. There, my gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian lock cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee with Helen, to do observance to a morning day. There will I stay.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers lungs, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen when the false Trojans under sail were seen, by all the vows that ever men broke, and number more that ever woman spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helen.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you and me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, for favor so yours I would catch, dear Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take him. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you are mine to be womanful. Tomorrow night her feet doth behold, her silver visage in the water glass, decking with liquid pearl of lady grass. A time which lovers' flight doth still conceal. Through Athens' gate have we devised to see.
In the woods, where often you and I, like faint primrose beds, are wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There, my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens, turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep promise, love. We must starve our sight in lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helen, I do. As you on him, Demetrius, don't on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment, taste, wings and no eyes, figure, unheeding haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in a game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine, and when that hailsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
I am speaking a monstrous little voice. Disney.
Oh, Pyramus, my melody, and give me dear lady.
No, you must play Pyramus. Flute, you Disney.
Well, proceed.
Robin Stockman, Taylor.
Here, Peter Quince.
From Stockman, you will sit down to call Disney's mother. Tom Stockman, teacher.
Here, Peter Quince.
Tom Stout, you, Pyramus' father, myself, Disney's father. Come to join us. You lines, right? And brought up as a play, didn't it?
Happy the lines were written for you to be given me for I slow sense.
You may do the extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Roar! 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 Let me play the lion too! I'll play the lion too. I can roar. That will make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar. That I will make the Duke say, oh, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would frighten the Duchess and all the ladies, and then they would hang us all.
I grant you, friends, if you frighten the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as any sucking dove. I will roar you unto any nightingale.
You may play no part save Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one would see on a summer's day. A most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I wondered. What beard am I best to play it in?
Why got you?
Well, I can play your straw-colored beard, or your orange tawny beard, your purple and gray beard, your French brown-colored beard. Oh, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have never heard at all, and then you. But masters, here are your cards. And I am to request you, entreat you, and desire you to come and by tomorrow night and meet me in the Duke's Wood, a mile south of town, to rehearse my new one. Or, should we meet in the town, we'd be dogged with company and our devices enough. In the meantime, I will drop a bill of property, such as our clay walls. I pray you fail me not.
We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's of Queenie.
Enough! Hold or got posters.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through wood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowlets tall, adventures be, in those wolf-coat spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, and those freckles of their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowlet's ear. Farewell, thy lawless spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his rebels here tonight. Take heed, the queen, come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing felon wrath, because that she, as her attendant hath, a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. Jealous Oberon would have it child, neither train, trace the forest wild. But she, for course, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. So now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear, or spangled starlight seen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making clay, or else you are that shrewd and lavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, who skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn? and sometimes make the drink to bear no harm, misleading night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet talk, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest the right. I am the merry wonder of the night. I just Oberon and make them smile when I have fat and being fed horse beguiled, neighed in the likeness of a filly fowl, and sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on a river dewlap pour the ale. I say, oh, it's sad ale. Sometimes a drinker's stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bottom down topples she, and Taylor cries, and the whole choir hold their hips and lop, and waxing in their mirth and knees and swear. Ah, merry hours, never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that you were gone.
Ill-met by moonlight, proud Titania. What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company. Tarry, Rathbonton, am not I thy lord? Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland and in the ship of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and forcing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest deep of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskint mistress and warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity? How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love for Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Paragonia, whom he ravished, and make him with Pericles break his faith with the Radney and Antiopa? These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushing brook, or in the beachant margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea, contagious fogs which, falling in the land, hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain. The plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the murrain flock. The Nine Men's moors is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanting green for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, with governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frost fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old times' thin and icy crown an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original. Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we had laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy,
and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you to stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. You shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pup, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon the promontory and heard a mermaid on dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew sibyl at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
The very time I saw that thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A surname he took, and a fair bestial throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft, quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress pass it on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower. The herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that flower, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll take Titania while she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it on her eyes, so that when the next thing she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf, or bull, on meadow monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I would take it with another herb, I will make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll stay, the other stayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am. Wood within this wood, and because I cannot see my Hermia, hence get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not more, cannot love you?
And for that do I love you more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me, but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
That's not too much to hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I look on
And
thee.
I am sick, but I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, in that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company when you and my respect are all filled. How can it be said, I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I will run from thee and hide me in the grace, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run if you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not say thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not think I will do thee but mischief in these woods.
I, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Why, Demetrius? Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We may not fight for love as men may do. We were made to be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven out of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well then. Ere you do leave this grove, thou shalt fly, and we shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. An old bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and nodding violet grows, white over canopy with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There Titania sleeps sometime in the night, lulled there in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and see through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, and thou shalt know the Athenian man by the garments he hath on, and effect it with some care, so that he may prove more fond upon her than she upon her love. And look thou leave me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence. Some to fill cankers with musk rose buds. Some war with the reaver mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elves coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs peanuts, newts and blind dwarfs do no harm. Come not near our fairy queen. Fear
cat or bear, or wild boar with bristled hair? In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and his betrothed, I have forgotten. Rest assured, if you think it good, it will tear into the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes meaning where love's conquered. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that with one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side will bedroom ye deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very pretty lie. Not much beshrew my manners and my pride. Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but, gentle friend, for love and modesty lie further off than human modesty. For such separation becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far, be distant. Good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I, and life, when I end loyalty. Here is my love. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wishes eyes confess.
Through the forest have I gone, but a fiend found I, none, whose eyes I might approve this flower's forest and stern blue. Night, silent! Who is here? Weeds of Athens! He off where? This, see, my master say, despise it, being made. Oh. And hear maidens sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie. Near this lack of love, this kill turn aside. Sure, from my eyes I throw all the power is charmed out though. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight. Let love forbid sleepless seat on my eyelid. So awake, when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on my peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am ugly as a bear. For beasts who meet me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's spirit mine? But who was this? Lysander on the ground dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire, I move for thy sweet sin. Transparent Helen, nature shows art, and that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word nor not change array before it does. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier man. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I being young, till now ripe not to reason. In touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I overlook love's written stories in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I never did, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? But you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do, in such disdainful manner me to move. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps out there, and never mayest come Lysander near. For as the surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive. So, my surfeit and my heresy, if all be hated but the most of me. And all the powers address your love and might to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me. Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. I need for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. I thought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at this cruel prey. Lysander! What? Removed. Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No. I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Where we all met?
Pat. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brickyard's our house, and we shall do it in action as we shall do it before the duty.
Oh, Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Father?
the things in this comedy of Pyramus and Bisbee that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How much do that?
Fire like in a parlous spear!
I would think they must think of killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have advice to make all well. Write me a prologue. Let this prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. For the more better show, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver.
Ah!
This will put them at ease.
Well, we shall have such a prologue. It shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8. Yeah.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters. You ought to consider with yourself to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. There is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look.
Therefore, another prologue must say he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and at his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak thus to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would would wish you, or I would request you, I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come here as a lion, then that's pity upon my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there, plainly, let him name his name and tell them that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's two hard things. That is, bringing moonlight into a chamber. For Purvis and Thisbe, as you know, did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine at night.
Let us leave the casement of the great chamber window open, and the moon may shine in at the casement. Huh?
Or else one must come with lantern and bush of thorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Purvis in Thisbe says the story and speaks through the changeable wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Gotham?
Some man or other must present a wall. And let him have some plaster, or some rough cast, or some loam about him to signify wall. Or let him put his fingers thus, and through this hole may Purvis and Thisbe whisper.
If that be so, then all is well. Come, sit down. It's time to rehearse your parts. Purvis, begin. When you've spoken your speech, enter into that break.
Yep.
And so every man according to his cue.
What, haven't been home spun till we swagger in here? So near the cradle of the fair queen? What? A play, boy? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Purvis, you begin. Thisbe, stand forth.
This, the flowers, odious savors. Odors, savors sweet. So at thy breath, my dearest, Thisbe dear, but hark, a voice, stay thou but your while, and by I will to thee appear.
A strange appearance that ever played here.
Must I speak now?
I very must you, for you see he goes about to see a noise and is to come again.
Most radiant pyramid, most lily white of hue.
Of color like the red, most crispy June irony, most lovely June, as true as horse, and yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, and Ninny's too. Ninus is two men. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak your mind all at once, cues and all. Pyramus, your cues past, it is never tired.
Oh.
As true as horse, and yet would never tire.
If I will bear Thisbe, I will only thine.
Oh, monsters of the
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeared. Hey!
Oh, Potter! Thou art changed! What do I see on thee?
What do you see? me if they could. But I will not be afeared. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, so that they may see I am not afraid. The bosom cock so black of hue, with orange tawny rim, the throstle with its note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flower?
That is the sparrow and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note so many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. Oh, surely, what kind of man would put his whip to a bird? Why give the bird a lie, though he kites, cuckoo never so.
Gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Aha. Methinks, mistress, ye should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays, And the more the pity that some honest neighbor might make them friends. Man, I can believe politicians.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. If I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to make my turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep. And sing while thou on pressive flowers dost sleep, and I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossoms, cobweb, note, and custard seed.
Ready, and I,
And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night plop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworms' eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes, nod to him elves and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail!
Hail. I cry your worship mercy heartily. Beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I desire you a good acquaintance, Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make one with you. And, your name, sir?
Peas blossom.
Commend me a Master Squash, your father, and Mistress Peascott, your mother. I desire you a good acquaintance too, Master Peas Blossom. And, your name, sir?
Mustard seed.
Good, Master Mustard Seed. I know your kindred well, yes. That same cowardly ox-like beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your household. I assure you, your kindred's eyes have made my eyes water ere now. I desire you a good acquaintance too, Master, Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some in forced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake, and what it was next that came into her eye that she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night from now about this haunted grove?
Oh, my mistress, great Theseus is nubbed all day. The shallow thick skin of that barren sort, who peers presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at disadvantage take, and asses and all, I fixed it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my minute comes. When they fly, as wild geese of the creek devour, I, or rusticated shots, mane, forth, rising corn, and the guns report. Shout themselves, and madly sweep the sky. For out of sight, away fellows fly. And at our stand, here over and over would fall. He murder cried, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost, with fears less strong, made senseless states, begin to do their wrong. For briars and thorns of their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yours all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet fearless translated there, when in that moment, so it came to pass. Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This spells out better than I could devise, but hast thou yet lacked the Athenian's eyes as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he wake, of course he must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
Oh, this is the woman. But not this, the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so, laying breath so bitter on your bitter foe?
Now I would try, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, and plunge in the deep, then kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon as whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
And so should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. And yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou hast driven me past about the maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Just thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, a brave touch. Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent. Adder never stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then tell me he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce fame. So here for a while I will remain. For sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death that bankrupt, sleep doth sorrow owe. And if for some slight measure you will pay, if for his tender here I make so stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid love use on some true love sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue. Some true love turned, and not false turned true.
Or then fate overrules it. One man only tough, a million fail. Confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helen of Athens look thou find. All fancy 60 is in pale here, with signs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll shine his eyes against you,
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye, sink in apple of its eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as glorious lie as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena's here, at hand, and the Mr. Fine pleading for a lover's fee. Oh, so leave him upon, I can see. Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Ah, then we'll two at once woo one, and that must needs be. Spoil loads. Those things do best please me, which resolve preposterously.
Why? You think that woman scored and there should never come in tears? Look, what I found, I am weak. Found so more than their nativity, all truth appears. Why should you think these things in me scorch you, bearing the badge of faith to prove the truth?
You do advance your cunning more and more when truth feels true. Oh, devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Would you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you shall nothing weigh. These vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as scales.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her and he loves not you!
Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is money, oh, how right in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. That pure congealed white eye, for as snow, fanned with eastern winds, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, come, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus such injury. To vow and swear and superpraise my part, and I am sure you both hate me with your hearts. You two are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my heart. And yours in Helen, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy heart. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen's at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest thou abide it. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy deed.
Dark night, that from the eye his unction takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Where it doth compare the sea, sense and pace, the hearing doth recognize. By thou art, not by mine eye, my standard found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to my sound. But why, unkindly, didst thou leave me so?
Why should he say whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him lie. For Helen, who morning gilds the night, that all yon fiery oes in eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know that hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bid two seeming bodies and one heart. Two of the first, like coats and heraldry, do but to one and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly, our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury. I am amazed at your words.
I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me, and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who went out and spurned me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, to tender mere force of affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so embraced as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by
I
this.
do. Persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet chestnut! This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. And if you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helen. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my fair Helen.
Oh, excellent, sweet! Do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst about no more than she. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee. To prove in falseness that I love thee not.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
Then withdraw and prove it too. Quick, come.
Lysander, where's utensil then?
Away you be still!
No, let's seem to break loose.
Take on as you would fold, yet come not, you're a tame man. Go! And up thou cat, thou bird, thou vile thing, let loose, or I'll shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love! Out! Tawny tartar! Out! Loathed menacing! Oh, hated potion hence!
Do you not jest? Yes, sir, and so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you.
What? Should I strike her? Hurt her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me. Wherefore, oh me, what news, sweet love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me. Since night you left me. Why then? You left me, oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say?
By my life, I never did desire to see thee. Therefore, be it a question of doubt, of hope. Therefore, be certain nothing drawer, 'tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helen.
Oh, me. You, juggler. You, hanker possum, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love heart from Helen? In faith, what? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet.
My son. Ah, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures, that she hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height pursuit, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
My friend, oh, you mock me, gentlemen, let him not hurt me. I was never cursed, I burn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. Let me go. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why then, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? I stand with Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, honey.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again? Nothing but lower and little. Why will you suffer to stop me? Must let me come to her?
Get you gone, you dwarf! You hindering not grasp me! You bead! You ankle!
You are too officious in her behalf who scorns your services. Speak not of Helena. If thou intend any so little show of love to her, thou shalt divide.
Now she will me not. Follow me if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in hell.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I'll not trust you, I nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer though to run away.
I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless appears my enterprise that I have anointed in Athenians' eyes, and so far am I glad it so did sword. This their jangling eye esteem sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin. Overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way, like to Lysander sometime bring thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then thrust this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath the virtuous property to take from error from his sight. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and from her torment I will release from monsters' view, and all things shall be at peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste. The night, swift dragons, cut the clouds full fast.